Hello, everybody.
Welcome to another broadcast of XJW TV, presented by Mike and Kim. Or is that Kim and Mike?
Either one. We
Either
go
one.
by either one. Either one.
Well, we have a special program provided today. We actually have a guest in our lovely studio. This is my friend Karma. Those that have been watching us for a while know that at some point I made a comment that I was going to have an artist friend of mine that went to school and learned a little bit about subliminal implanting and things like that, that she was going to do an article. Well, one thing led to another. Kim and I thought that maybe we'd rather do a live interview. So
Thank you, Karma, so much.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
we actually have her and her husband Bob waiting in the back just as we speak. Oh, well, wait a minute. Okay, all right. We actually filmed that portion yesterday. So that is a taped interview.
What, didn't you make me a cup of tea?
No, I guess I did.
I'm sitting here busy typing on two computers.
You can have my tea.
No, that's okay. I'll get mine later.
Share it.
Okay.
I do wanna point something out to the Good Earth people that provides the tea bags. This comment says, "Live all your life like nothing is impossible." And that comes from Courtney Schoff, Schoff. So yeah, live all your life like nothing is impossible. Atlantis, my friend, with the beast, absolutely nothing is impossible now when it comes to exposing Watchtower.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness, the amount of information that is on those discs are just absolutely priceless.
I hope everyone appreciates the sacrifice and dedication that this couple has done for the XJW community, because, I mean, he has stuff clear back to, Russell's days, and it's burning inside of me to hurry and get all of this downloaded or uploaded to my Dropbox, because there's so much that can help everybody, and everybody is just going to be shocked at how much information is on here.
Some are already being shocked with the elders' letters that we've been secretly, secret. No, Watchtower. Watchtower, plug your ears. You don't want to hear this next comment. Watchtower, you do not want to hear this next comment.
We have Watchtower letters and elders' letters clear back to 1905. It's like, wow. So, like I said,
Watchtower, your worst nightmare has come true.
No, the beast has ascended out of the abyss to bite him on the backside.
Yes, exactly. So, Watchtower, I'm your worst nightmare.
There's documents of Russell and his wife Maria's divorce. I mean, there's articles from New York's Times. Like I said, I wish there was 10 of me so I could hurry and get this all uploaded for all of you, because we want to share it with everyone.
Yeah, we absolutely do. So, Atlantis in Nevada, Kim and I, and by extension, the entire XJW community, want to thank you so much for what you have done. Because in all actuality, since Watchtower is redefining who they are, they're getting rid of their past, they're reinventing who they are. Wasn't it Mark and Cora today said that they're going to become an electronic religion? Was that? Yeah. So, I mean, you can certainly see that this is what's happening.
Well, thanks to technology and Atlantis being able to scan everything, guess what? We're like the ghost of Christmas past that just keeps popping up, to remind you. Hey, we're ghosts of Christmas.
Oh, there we go. I had to swallow that before I spit it at the camera. Yeah, the ghost of Christmas past. Exactly.
And Lucy, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lucy.
From the bottom
very,
of our
very
heart.
generous.
Love you, sister.
You've made some things possible. Kim and I are not going to discuss them at this time. When the time is appropriate, we're going to let everybody know what Kim and I are working towards and how we think this is going to benefit a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
But Lucy, thank you so much, because of you are making things possible for us. So
yes.
Thank you.
Exactly. And we also want to thank Deep Throat. Yeah, I know we haven't heard much from him lately because he's been busy, but he has been sending us some gems and
Well,
a lot
as
of
some of
emails.
you have already noted, that Watchtower was popped with a $13.5 million settlement, child abuse case. But there's some interesting things because we actually have the court transcripts, and our friend, thank you Deep Throat, is going through the court transcripts and he's finding gems. I mean, wow. Well, we'll read them.
Yeah, we'll read a few of these things. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to upload these court documents to my Dropbox, and then I will put the link below so that you can have the actual court documents. And I know it's 100 and something pages, but boys, there's some gems in there, let me tell you.
Well, I'd rather read this Sunday morning than go into a Kingdom Hall. Come on, really? Excuse me. I mean, instead of watching JW telecast.
Yeah. Now, there's a few details of this, and like I said, we're getting this from Deep Throat and the court documents, and then we also have something here from the Zalkin law firm that is interesting too.
It's just a very
Am
interesting
I pushing
comparison.
you out of the picture here?
That's okay. People would much rather look at your beautiful face than my ugly mug.
No, they like Mikey, especially when he starts getting riled.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
Where's the M&Ms? Oh, that's right. We had a birthday party yesterday, and the M&Ms are gone. Oh well. Oh. That's okay. All right.
Okay. Watchtower is trying to prevent governing body member Garrett Loesch from being called to the stand in the $13.5 million lawsuit Watchtower lost. Here's what they said. See court transcript attached. And like I said, I'm going to put the link to the entire transcript down there. I don't have the actual page or line that this was on, but Watchtower thought Loesch shouldn't be called to give a deposition after the Dalai Lama comparison. And he's got a question mark, like, what the hell?
What the hell, yeah.
Copley says that Loesch is not an officer, not a director, not an employee, not a managing agent, and not even part of the organization. And then he's got a big exclamation point.
He's a governing body member. And now they're throwing him under the bus? But wait, isn't this the same thing that the Watchtower lawyers did in Australia? By saying that the faithful and discreet slave doesn't really exist. They're just some ecclesiastical idea.
Now, we love Deep Throat's comments because he always thinks, we do. And he says, as a JW, if I knew this and the elders accused me of not obeying the governing body in Watchtower, I would reply, why would I obey them? Watchtower itself says the governing body are not even part of the organization. Unless they're talking about Pennsylvania's organization.
That could be.
That's why they
got two organizations, Watchtower, Pennsylvania, and Watchtower, New York.
Because see, like we keep saying.
Excuse me, New York.
The governing body is just a puppet. So, of course, they're not part of the organization.
Of course, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, now on this one, the court told Watchtower to provide all the documentation they have regarding pedophiles in the organization. Watchtower said it could not because it would take 20 man-years to compile the documents requested by a San Diego judge for a pedophile hearing. Remember how in the very first JW.TV clip, Watchtower was boasting about how fast they remodeled an entire floor or wing of a building to get the studio put together in just 2 weeks. He is absolutely right.
Brilliant. Deep Throat, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. They're bright. Oh, we did all of this. We did all of this in 2 weeks, but we can't provide our documents on pedophiles because it would take 20 man-years. Watchtower, are you really setting on that amount of information that it would take 20 man-years to get it all together for the judge? That's despicable.
Phenomenal.
That you have that much documentation regarding elders and the pedophile problems in your organization. See, your lawyers can try to dance around all of this as much as they want, but the people like myself and Deep Throat who can sit back and say, wait a minute, it only took you 2 weeks to put together a TV studio, but it's going to take you 20 man years to put together all the documents. Dudes, you guys are sitting on a tremendous amount of pedophile documents, idiots.
Yeah, and like Deep Throat has an asterisk right here by this comment, and then down here the asterisk it says utter crapola. It's all on computer. All they need to do is push a button and print it.
See?
So
Watchtower, your lawyers cannot back out of this no more.
Oh, they brag to the world that they can build a quick build Kingdom Hall in 3 days.
Yeah.
They can't get all these documents together.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and there's Dargo. He's gonna help us.
All right. We have another unscheduled appearance from our dog Dargo.
All kinds of guests today. That
Hold
is
your horses.
Dargo.
I'll let you out in just a minute.
Okay, so we want to read the Zalkin. Okay, now this is a quote. And
this comes from the Zalkin Law Firm, right? Is that correct?
Yep. Irwin Zalkin Law Firm, and the quote was made in 2014. And it says, the emerging allegations have been compared to the Catholic Church clergy sex abuse scandal, with at least one major exception. We were embroiled with a long slog with the Catholic Church around the country, but they accepted on some level that they committed these errors, that this was a problem, said Lopez's lawyer, Irwin Zalkin, whose firm negotiated more than $200 million in settlements in Catholic abuse cases. At least they said, mea culpa? The Jehovah's Witnesses have not, he said. These guys will deny and deny. They are belligerent. They are arrogant. They treat victims as adversaries, Zalkin said. This is not an organization that is ready to accept the reality of what they have been doing. Yeah.
And that is an observation from a man who's never been a Jehovah's Witness, and that observation is pointed towards an organization that claims to be God's people.
Yes.
Is that how God's people really act, in a court of law when they're dealing with lawyers? I mean, doesn't Romans say, be obedient to the superior authorities? You're not being obedient. You're being belligerent.
Okay, we got to pause here and let the doggy out.
Patience, Karma, patience. We'll get to you in just a minute, okay? Just hold your horses.
I went and got iced tea.
Oh, that's right. Everybody has to realize that we're not scripted like, Watchtower. We warmly welcome you, brothers and sisters. No, see, here we do things more informally. Welcome to our broadcast. We're happy to have everybody here. Absolutely. We love our brothers and sisters. Big difference.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so we got something else here to cover in XJW broadcasting.
Yeah, there's something that's going around on the internet right now, and it appears...
Petition.
Yes, thank you. A petition. And it appears that the website... What was the name of that website?
Watchtower Lies.
Watchtower Lies. Apparently, he had some information up there regarding the Jehovah's Witnesses and pedophilia. And Google took that post down. He's being censored, apparently. That's what it appears like. But this was done in a foreign country, so the email that came through was in a foreign language. We hit Google Translate, and I think Kim and I kind of got confused. Some things weren't quite translated as much as we'd have liked. But so the sister that actually sent this to us retranslated it. And basically, it just boils down to this. And this is what it says. Danger of neutrality on the web by censoring pages criticizing Jehovah's Witnesses. To preserve the neutrality of the web, critics of Jehovah's Witnesses should not see their pages removed from the Google search engine, as is happening more and more. And basically it boils down to is that Watchtower has a ton of money that they can just throw away. I mean, if you just look at what Watchtower did in the earlier statement regarding the lawsuit, $13.5 million. I mean, literally, Watchtower just threw that money away by not adhering to the judge's court orders.
Or
they
else
just threw it away.
Or else they'll think they can win the appeal.
Well,
I wouldn't want to take that chance with $13.5 million.
No, I wouldn't either. So apparently, it seems like Watchtower does have some expendable cash now. So maybe they're throwing some of that expendable cash at Google to get some of these negative comments and negative articles taken down off of off of the YouTube or off of websites and things like that. So what we'll do is we'll post the link down below, and if you feel inclined, please sign the petition. If not, we're just not going to push it. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's up to you.
That's right. It's up to you.
Now, if you go on the petition, I don't know how all of your, homepages and everything work, but I know since we're on Google Chrome browser, all I have to do is right click and a little window comes up and it says translate this page. And I click on that and it will translate it all, to English for us. So, that helps a lot. For these foreign petitions that we don't quite understand.
Yeah, but it just boils down to is that if Watchtower can throw enough money at Google to start censoring what we do, then Watchtower is going to win, and we cannot let that happen.
Yes, exactly. And we want to thank all of our subscribers to YouTube. And yes, we are starting to work on your messages and comments. We're almost back up to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate your support. Thank you for visiting our website and commenting and sending us emails. We appreciate that.
And here again, if you have a story you'd like to contribute to the website, which is entitled watchtower.expose, please send it to Kim and I, and we'll be happy to put it up. Because the more you share your stories and experiences, the more Watchtower can get exposed. And we're talking about a new feature on our website. That's secret for now. We have to work out a few details, but we'll try to make it happen.
We're trying to make it happen.
Yes. So, all right. Are we ready for our guest?
I am going to go for a walk with the kids and let Mike talk to Karma.
Wait a minute. We already told them we videotaped it yesterday. What? Okay. See, she's out of character now. Now, if you guys watch our last happy hour where she destroyed my thunder on those jokes, I just took it away from her. Yeah, I got even, didn't I, dear? The kids are not here. We're doing this the day after.
Okay, well then, let me rephrase.
She got out of character is what happened. I love it.
Shut up.
I love it. Conclude, dear. I want to see how you come back from this. This ought to be good.
Okay, so while he was talking to Karma yesterday,
there you go.
I went on a walk with the kids. So today it is rainy.
Yeah, actually it is. This is a blessing to getting some rain here in the Southwest.
Just for that, I'm eating all his M&Ms.
All right. And here comes Karma.
Enjoy, and you guys all have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.
Bye. Okay, welcome back to XJW TV, and we have a guest in our studio, and her name is Karma. Welcome, Karma.
Hello.
And just to make sure that we keep everything on the up and up, and that nothing's going on behind the studio curtain, we have her husband, Bob, sitting right over here in the background, kind of keeping an eye on us. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Mike.
There we go.
So I can't do anything on camera that...
That's right. Okay. We don't want no hanky-panky going on here. But just so that our viewing audience knows that here at XJW TV, we spare no expense in making our interviewees feel warm and comfortable. So here's a nice hot cup of tea. Now be careful. I mean, even though we've spared no expense, the rim of the cup is chipped.
So what am I supposed to do if I cut myself on this?
Medic!
Thanks.
You're on your own.
Thanks.
For those of you that have watched Kim and I's Subliminal image series, you'll know that Kim and I have done some extensive research, some extensive studying into subliminal images, and we've exposed quite a bit in Watchtower literature. About a year ago or so, I had mentioned that I was going to have Karma do an article for me on subliminal images because she actually had taken some classes in artwork and had studied a little bit about subliminal images and subliminal messages more specifically, correct?
More about subliminal messaging.
Yeah, so what's the difference between subliminal imaging and subliminal messaging?
Subliminal imaging focuses on your eyes. You know, what we see in the world, we don't see 90% of what we actually, our brains perceive. With the subliminal messaging, it's through the ears. You know, something that a buzzing noise that you might hear. Do I hear buzzing noise? Somebody listening? That buzzing noise that you hear.
That's the big brother keeping an eye on us.
In a minute, they're going to shut this thing down, right?
AKA the governing body.
Somebody's listening.
You know, maybe I should ask before we really get going into the to our subject and our topic here. How much time have you allowed for this interview?
Well, I was going to ask you how much time we're gonna be doing this video.
Well, I mean, I can go until I just flat out get tired.
Oh no, I can't do that, Mike, because you know how many times that you've left me, or I've left you sitting at the campfire because you've just been going on and on. Midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
No.
Just
no. The light's still going right now. You know, I don't think I can. Okay.
Well, just so that
I'll just shut him up after a while.
Yeah,
okay?
that'll work. Oh yeah. Just so that everyone also knows that Bob and Karma are very good rendezvous friends of mine and Kim's. We've spent many a time around a campfire. We spent many times up on the shooting range. So there's some history with us outside of just, you know, her having a sister that's a Jehovah's Witness and, you know, just talking about, you know, this stuff that affects us. But I was very intrigued to know and learn that you did take some classes on subliminal messaging.
Yeah, this was back in my college years. I've been an artist for a long time, and one of my classes I took in college was it was a marketing class, and it was basically how do you sell your product, and you can't just come right out and say we've got a good product, buy it, because that doesn't always sell.
Yeah. So basically it's more like tricking the mind into buying something you really don't need.
Into believing that you need it, that it's not just there for you.
Yes, that's true. And of course, with the holidays coming up, one of the biggest trigger mechanisms is holiday songs, correct?
Yeah, Christmas songs. Well, not so much Christmas songs, but the one thing with subliminal messaging is it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. It can be a positive thing. You know, you hear Christmas songs, and what's the first thing you're going to do is go out and buy something.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you've never been exposed to that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shh.
Yeah.
We don't want Jehovah's Witnesses to know that we're celebrating Christmas now.
That subliminal messaging of Christmas songs doesn't work on you. So.
That's right. Yeah, but I still can't help but hate them damn songs.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's worked in just the opposite
direction.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, you know, Kim and I, we just did a happy hour last night, and we were actually talking about how there's a fear mechanism, there's a hate mechanism that's built into Jehovah's Witnesses, and that's one of the other things that I wanted to explore with you here, because I've shared some of the subliminal pictures with you earlier today, and we talked a little bit about that, you know, and with the work that Kim and I have been doing in the subliminal pictures in Watchtower literature, one of the biggest questions that we get asked is, why do I think Watchtower does this? Now, those that have watched our videos long enough know that I've already given the reason why I think, but I'd like to maybe let me pause the camera. In fact, we're going to show a picture first, and then we'll come right back and we'll get Karma's professional intake on that.
Oh, I'm not a professional.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
you're in the studio.
This
is professional.
Right. I'll give you my professional opinion.
All right. Stay in character. Okay, so the picture that we just showed was a half image at one point in a Watchtower magazine. Obviously, we took a mirror and we made it a whole picture. So, Karma, why, to answer our viewer's question, why do you think Watchtower does this?
Well, first of all, the answer is what is the purpose of doing this? The only reason you would use subliminal messaging or subliminal imaging, say that 3 times, is there's a message you want to portray. Either it's a good message or it's a bad message. You know, you've seen pictures out there that are just glowing and they just make you feel good. And then there's pictures out there like this one, just kind of creepy. Well, what is the purpose of that message? So in this case, the purpose of the message is to give you a creepy feeling and to show a demonic thing. Why would a church give you that kind of feeling? There's only one reason why they would want that kind of feeling, and that's they are trying to portray themselves as being evil or demonic or something like that.
And actually hidden.
A hidden message, yes.
I know you and I were talking earlier, and this really has a lot to do with the fear that Watchtower, instills in its members. And all of us know that when we was growing up as Jehovah's Witnesses, how many bad dreams we had about being caught away from home when, the big A, Armageddon starts.
Right.
See, and it's these type of fears that I feel play on the mind of even an adult Jehovah's Witness.
Many people think that the way to control somebody is through fear.
Yeah.
Fear is the only way to control somebody. If they don't fear you, you can't control them. So fear is one of the biggest ways that you can control people.
Yes. And sadly,
so do you fear me?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't fear what I can see. But we were also talking earlier too that when it comes to mirror images, don't let the mirror image fool you, because even though your eye is only perceiving half of the image,
your brain picks up the whole image. Your brain, we only use a fraction of our brain
consciously.
Yeah. But those images come out in our dreams, and our mind is in our dreams. Our mind is trying to process those images that they've seen all day long. That's why people can go into they can put you into these trances, and you can remember things that you didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's because your brain processes a whole lot more than you really remember. Yeah. And it can see images, even if it's just a little tiny sliver, it can see that image.
Go ahead. I'm setting up for the next prop. In fact, when I had showed this picture originally to Karma, I'm not going to point it out. I'm going to let you guys find it. There's actually wait a minute. There's a subliminal what in there, Karma?
A subliminal penis.
Yes. I didn't see it.
I saw it right away.
I did not catch it, and I looked at it. And, well, in fact, she handed it back to me, and she asked me to find it, and it was at that point that I found it almost instantly, didn't I?
Yeah, but if your mind is not looking,
tell him yes. Tell him yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. I am the host
because he likes looking for penises.
Hey now,
no, I'm.
You might give me a complex here. Well, speaking of penises, I proudly showed this one to Karma. We all familiar with this one, right? But let me ask you, did it take you a little bit before you found it?
First of all, my eyes were drawn to the area that is in question, because what I saw was kind of disturbing. It didn't look like it should be part of the picture. And then when he had me cover up a part of the picture, I could see it quite easily.
See, and I think you hit on a key word: process.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, see, and this was some of the things that Professor Key discussed in his book. You know, he actually had some pictures that he showed his student, and they couldn't readily see the subliminal implant. So he would suggest putting the picture down. A couple days later, come back and scan the picture, and then your mind is processing it. So then you begin to pick up the subliminal implants, the subliminal messaging that's there.
And as an artist, I see that, because as an artist, you can manipulate anything you want to in a picture.
Even to the point of changing the back of the songbook.
In order to not make it look so disturbing.
Yes. So there's no doubt.
Why would a religious organization put that kind of imaging purposely? That kind of either one, they're purposely putting this imaging in their literature, or two, they got somebody on the inside who is sabotaging them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
Well, you know, here's this, and this is some of the things that Kim and I field once in a while. Do you think that there's a rogue JW, a rogue artist doing this? Well,
there's an artist out there that just wants.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Here's the thing, you know. Okay, is there a rogue artist? Okay, we'll answer that question right now. This was a book, a pamphlet that Watchtower and Bible Tract Society came out with. 1932. It's entitled The Cause of Death. Okay, now you have, in this particular picture, a naked...
You've got your obvious...
Adam and Eve.
Subliminal messaging, which is the naked Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Well, but that's not so subliminal. I mean, that's
obvious.
blatant.
That's obvious. Yeah, they have the obvious in there, but they also have the subliminal in there.
Yeah.
Most pictures of Adam and Eve showing the snake is in the tree because the snake has to talk to Eve. Yeah. Well, in this picture, she's not
You're more than
talking.
welcome to put that back up there, too.
In this picture, the snake is not talking to Eve. He's probably doing something a little more than just talking.
Does this subject embarrass you?
No.
Because if it did...
Might embarrass them, but it doesn't embarrass me.
Because if it did, I'd make damn sure it embarrass you.
I know. Yeah. I know you too well.
Yeah, because you spent too many times around a campfire with me, haven't you?
I've been embarrassed enough by you over the years.
So, yes, here again, is this the work of a rogue artist? Well,
he's awful old.
Yeah, I was going to say, he had, 1932. Let's do something just a little bit more current.
2013.
Now, I've already done a video on this. Pornography, harmless or toxic. You open it up right to the very first page, page 3, and you look at the gentleman and you look at his book bag.
It doesn't look like a book bag to me.
No, it doesn't. It's a subliminal penis. And in fact, I don't know if you saw this, but you see how that's in line with the zipper?
Well, not only that, but look what's coming out of the penis.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking. See how they
That's
purposely...
not a zipper. Oh, is that a zipper?
That's a zipper on his hoodie or his jacket or something. Yeah. See, that's supposed to be a zipper, like a pocket.
A pocket zipper, okay.
But interestingly enough, it's right in line as if it was...
put in there. It was put there.
See, exactly.
Well, and an artist that does it, because this is obviously an artist did this because it's a picture. I mean, it's a drawing. It's not an actual
it's not
photo.
A picture. Exactly. It's not right.
So an artist obviously did this on purpose.
Had to draw that in place.
On purpose.
Exactly. So again, it begs the question: why would
a religious organization,
a Christian organization,
an organization claiming to be a Christian organization, why would they have to use sex to sell? I mean, yeah, I can understand why the cigarette companies put their, write their little sex in the smoke, and I can understand why. Oh, speaking of which,
You know, you set that up pretty good, Carmen. Have you done this before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, now, just so that our audience clearly understands, I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
Did I, at any time during our interview off camera, did I at any time ever prompt you into saying what I wanted you to say?
No, this is totally off
See?
the cuff.
Exactly. Just like,
So if I say anything stupid, I apologize.
you know, just like your governing body.
Yeah.
Everything is meticulously and purposely stated for.
Unlike this interview.
Yeah. But getting back to the smoke.
And that's actually on Watchtower.
Yeah. God's view of smoking. Now, Kim and I, again, have already done a in-depth interview. But you were talking a little bit earlier about how easily subliminal messages can be hidden even in something like the smoking.
In a picture like this, these are the best pictures to use because you've got smoke, and smoke is supposed to be random, right? Well, it's not always random because you can manipulate the smoke to say whatever you want. Oh, you're saying smoke doesn't say anything? I beg to differ with you. This smoke is saying quite a bit. Let's see, there's an F.
Yeah.
And there's a U.
Yeah.
And there's the C. And there's the K.
Hey, do you see the death mask?
Oh, yeah. Well, and there's an S, too. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find sex in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, here's
But in reality, smoke really doesn't do that. I mean, if you've ever watched smoke, it really doesn't make forms like that.
Yeah. Yes. So, there you have it. The infamous smoking gun. Now, I'm going to get to the...
Now let's talk about subliminal messaging that, I can't even say that, subliminal messaging that may not have something in it that is negative. Maybe they want it to be positive. Well, here's one that's supposed to be positive.
Yeah, now, I had actually done a video regarding this picture from the new Watchtower publication, God's Kingdom Rules. You'll find this in the last 2 pages. And, you know, honestly, nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to grow old. We would all love to live in conditions where life is all la la la, bliss and happiness, plenty of food, and everybody getting along. I mean, come on, what human being would not want that?
Everybody wants paradise when they die.
Everybody.
And that's what this image is supposed to give you, the idea that when we die, we're going to live in paradise, and it's supposed to give you the good subliminal messaging.
Yes. Yes.
But they can actually take the good and turn it into what they really want you to.
Yes. And I feel, as far as I'm concerned, and with the research and studying that I've done in subliminal imaging, this picture more than any other really divides you as a human being. And when I did the video, there were 7 things that I had looked for specifically. And I have to apologize, I have not read the comments yet, so I don't know if somebody's picked them out. But we're going to go ahead and pick a couple of the ones out here. And there again, these things were done to keep the Jehovah Witness divided, keep their loyalties divided, as far as I'm concerned.
So if we get back to this, you know, what is the purpose of subliminal messaging? Well, the purpose is so that you can give your message to whoever it is your audience is, and you can let them know what your purpose is. And the purpose in this video, I agree with you. I think it's to show a division between what they're wanting you to see and what the world out there is wanting you to see.
Yeah. And also, too, if they're trying to create a division, then at the same time, would you agree with me that they're trying to create a need for the organization? See, as long as you're divided in your loyalties between God and the organization, or
your family and the organization, or your friends in the organization, or your beliefs in the organization.
Yeah. So as long as they have this division that dwells within you, they still control you?
Control you. They have to control you.
Exactly.
Because they're telling you right here in this picture that although there's a division, guess what? There might be a division in your life, but guess what? It's all comes down to the organization. This is where we want to be.
Exactly. Yeah, we all want this euphoric paradise that the organization builds in us, but yet they still keep it conflicted. So, when I was showing Karma the picture here, what were a couple of things that you noted?
Well, the first one was the demon in the fireplace.
Okay.
And you can clearly see their mouth is open. It looks like a tortured soul.
That's exactly what I thought the first time I saw that. That looks like a man. Okay, Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in hellfire, but yet this picture shows that there's a tortured soul on fire.
In the fireplace.
In the fireplace, exactly.
And he does. He looks very tormented. He's got his mouth open, and he looks like he's just so tormented. Reminds me kind of like those horror movies that you see where, you know, the guy's being taken down to hell.
Oh yeah, just screaming. Now I want to get to a couple of the conflicting things. These are the things that I thought cause division.
And now, before we get into that,
okay,
just so you know, your mind picks this up already. Your mind has already seen this picture and has absorbed the things that the artist has wanted you to see. Even though whether you see it consciously or unconsciously, your mind has already seen the divisions that are in here.
Yes. And one of the divisions that I was alluding to is, look at the jar
of oil,
of olive oil. When have you ever seen a jar of olive oil look like that and or have a
line
dividing line? That's a division. Now, somebody out there I know is going to contest and say, well, you know, maybe it's got some vinegar.
It was a shadow.
Maybe it was this. But so let's really qualify that there is a division implanted in this picture. Look at the tile on the floor.
If you can really see.
Yeah, well, there again, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you got this book.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Even if you're an apostate,
you've got this
you got the book.
Obviously, you've got the book.
Yes. But if you look at the tile or the cement blocks,
the tile that's on the right side
of the boy,
the tile that's on the right side and in the middle does not agree with the tile that's on the left side.
Everything, if you're looking at the picture, everything to the right side of the tile is big. Okay? If you look to the left of the boy, and in particular between, I assume it's his dad's arm, look at the tile on the floor. It's very narrow, very small.
Now, mind you, this is not a photograph. Somebody has actually painted this, drawn this, done this graphically on the computer. Somebody has actually manipulated this photo. Manipulated either good or bad, but somebody has manipulated this photo. That person who drew this knew, you know, as an artist, come on, I know every little detail of the artwork I do, and believe me, I know every little flaw too.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, see, I'm about to do some scrimshaw work for you, so don't scrutinize that too much.
I won't scrutinize it, and I won't see the subliminal message.
Promise you, that's right. I promise you I will not put, and I promise you too, Bob, I won't put any subliminal messages in yours either.
Screaming eagle will get you.
That's right. So for those that might want to contend the division in the jar of oil, go ahead. But you can't contend with the tile that's on the floor.
Right.
See? So one does qualify the other. Would you agree?
I agree.
Agree. One. Now
we won't even go over the sexual parts that are in here. This is just the division thing that they're trying to.
Well, I also wanted to point something else out. Jehovah's Witnesses. What's the most unluckiest number in the world? 13.
13.
Count the people in the picture. 13.
Well, one of them's a boy, though, so.
Well, but it's still a person.
Oh, that's true.
That's right. I mean, little children grow into be big children, right?
That's
true. Look at me. I'm still a child, ain't I?
Mm-hmm.
Especially around a campfire that has some Kahlua.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
No, you've never seen me drunk, though, have you?
close, if
happy,
not
happy,
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 Good. Yeah,
but
he's
never
happy.
drunk. I've always been in control of my faculties.
Maybe not your bodily functions.
Well, you know, when you take it
I
in,
won't
some
tell.
has to come out.
I won't tell. I won't tell your secrets.
No. You can tell we spend a lot of time around a campfire badgering each other. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
And her husband Bob too. He'll attest to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I wanted to focus on one of the last things that this picture presents.
I
Let's
can
see.
see it. There you go. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
picture. Right.
If you look at the
Right there.
shadow, yeah, on the wall. If any of you have seen the Alien movies, Alien versus Predator, Predator versus Alien, Alien Aquilium, or whatever. I mean, there's so many Alien movies, I can't even, you know, it's like watching Rocky 25. You know, boy. So
Well,
anyhow,
aliens are never going to die, so
that's right. The aliens will always keep coming back. But the thing is if you look at, well, why don't you explain it? Because you're the one that actually made the comment.
I did.
Yes, you did. You don't remember, huh?
I don't remember.
Okay. What Karma pointed out regarding that image is that there's nothing in this picture that would reflect a
Oh. Yes, I did see that.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
now I'll let you finish my sentence.
Well, no, because that's true. There's nothing in that picture that should reflect that image onto that wall. And again, like I said, this is not a photograph, so it's not like it's going to be a random image that's going to be off on the side. Somebody actually painted that or drew that or did whatever to make that look whatever the way they wanted it to look.
Yes.
And we're not even going to get into the vegetables because there's a lot of stuff that you can do with vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff you
Yes.
can do with vegetables, but we won't get into that.
No. So.
And that's I'm talking about drawing wise. There's a lot of stuff
Yes.
you can do with vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not talking about anything else. Get that out of your mind.
Stop that. Well, wasn't it the Song of Solomon that equated the woman's breast to like? Oh,
No.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You all know where I was going to go with that one. So anyhow, I hope that you've enjoyed this.
I have.
This is a first for XJW TV. We've actually had a guest here, so I want to thank Karma for doing this.
And Mike's been a great friend, and we've had many hours of talking about this and just trying to come up with an answer of why.
Yeah, but I think ultimately, and if you disagree, feel free to do it. But I think ultimately it has to do with control.
Oh,
and,
it's definitely
and fear.
Subliminal
fear
messaging is about control. It's about controlling your mind to think and do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
When you're walking, next time you walk through a department store and you hear that music in the background, remember it's not music. It's actually covering up the subliminal messaging that they're giving you, which is buy.
Yeah.
So remember that. I mean, they are there controlling you. And if you know that, you have a better opportunity to fight the message that they're trying to give you.
The urge to buy.
Urge to buy.
Yeah.
Or the urge, whatever these messages they try
Right.
in these books to.
And it should be noted that here in the United States there are laws in place to prevent this from happening. And even though the laws are on the books, there are some companies, some publishing entities that still break these laws because, let's face it, Mike and Kim don't have the millions upon millions of dollars to fight this. We
Right.
just don't have it. So companies like this will continue to get away with it, just like the subliminal messaging in Christmas songs or, behind the Christmas songs. What average person is going to pony up the money to fight this in a court of law?
Right.
Nobody. So,
Well, subliminal messaging is not illegal, but how you do it can become illegal because, advertisers do it. You can't stop them, unfortunately.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
The only way you can stop them is to realize in your own mind that it's happening and wake up. Why do you think you feel like you just took a nap when you come out of a movie theater?
Yeah.
It's because they want you to feel like you're in the moment. They want you to be zoned in so they can do the popcorn, eat more popcorn.
That's a big one that works on you, isn't it,
It works
Karma?
good on me. I like popcorn, especially when I go to the movie theater.
So do I.
It's because I've given in to that.
You're giving into the urge.
that messaging.
Well, and that's probably a lot of the reason why Jehovah's Witnesses come out of the meetings and they're just not spiritually upbuilt.
Come out of the meeting dazed, tired.
Yeah,
and
you can't wait to get home
not
and
spiritually uplifted.
Exactly.
Can't wait to go home and take a nap.
Take a nap or watch kick your feet up in the recliner and watch a football game, and of course you know darn well you're going to miss part of that football game because you fall asleep.
Because you're snoozing.
Exactly. So, Karma, thank you very much
You're
for doing
welcome.
this. I love you. I love Bob, too, and all the times that we spent around the campfire badgering one another.
Yeah.
Right, Bob?
That's it.
You gotta love those that you hate, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we hope that you've all enjoyed this episode of XJW TV.
Wow. The sun's still up.
Look at that.
No.
I can finish something on time, can't I? So, say goodnight, Karma.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.